Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we have a mission that feels, well, almost geometrically impossible.
It really does.
We are taking two source packets, two completely separate high-stakes narratives, and we're going to try and fuse them together.
And they are from totally different eras, different geographies. It's a fascinating challenge.
Exactly. We're talking about a top-secret aviation mystery that begins in, of all places, the landlocked U.S. Rockies back in 1954.
And we're linking that to a vicious, very contemporary geopolitical plot that's unfolding 34 years later in 1988 South Africa.
Our goal here is to perform a sort of deep surgical extraction of the critical nuggets that link these two events.
We have to understand how a Cold War cover-up, something involving top military secrets and, literally buried hardware, how that sets the stage decades later for this massive state-sponsored plot.
An operation called Wild Rose.
Operation Wild Rose, yeah, which is all about political assassination and strategic terror. It's really a study in how deeply institutions will bury the truth and then how violently that truth can explode when it's accidentally dug up.
Okay, so let's start with the first narrative, Vixen '03. It has the central paradox that's almost unbelievable. It's the ultimate where did it go question.
Right.
We have a massive top secret military transport plane, the Boeing C-97 Stratocruiser, which officially, according to all the records, vanished. Just vanished, without a trace, over the vast cold expanse of the Pacific Ocean in January 1954.
And that's the story for 3 decades. But then, 34 years later, this exact same plane is discovered. And not just discovered, it's perfectly preserved, sunk, and completely concealed deep inside the Colorado Rockies.
It's not just a navigational error.
No. This is a manufactured cover-up spanning thousands of miles and, more than 3 decades. That's our starting point.
And then, running parallel to this discovery, we have this explosive geopolitical setup in 1988 South Africa. The focus here is on the African Army of Revolution, the AAR.
Led by the incredibly charismatic American, Hiram Lusana. And you have to understand, Lusana is playing a very sophisticated political game. He's seeking global legitimacy.
How does he do that?
By fighting what he calls a clean war. He's focusing exclusively on military and infrastructure targets. He's trying to build this image of a disciplined, legitimate liberation army, not a terrorist group.
Okay, so that brings us to the foil, the core plot point of Operation Wild Rose.
Exactly. How does an army that is so dedicated to international acceptance suddenly get linked to an act of just pure high-casualty terrorism?
We're talking about the brutal, senseless murder of a white farmer, his entire family, and 50 of his farm workers.
An act that flies directly in the face of Lusana's entire strategy. And that's what